Attention all humans of Earth. We currently have a foothold situation here, and all of you are blind to it. Everyone has been looking to the skies for aliens when they've already arrived and taken over. We now actually serve them. If you don't pay attention from now on, mankind is currently at the risk of extinction. Lift the veil from your eyes, folks, and look at their eyes. They are already here and they are everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Not just in government. They may have been your next door neighbour for 50 years. There's signs that they've been here since the early 1900s and became successful at penetration of it. Our governments in 1939. So from now on, folks, stop saying look at the skies looking for spacecraft and start saying look at their eyes, as they are everywhere, folks. And I mean they are absolutely everywhere. And as I said, folks, don't look at the skies anymore, folks. They're already here. The craft you're seeing are actually theirs, coming in and out of the atmosphere. And what you really should be looking at is at their eyes. The Bible actually tells you, that the eyes are the windows to the soul. I think they've been around for a long time and they've been influencing us. But things done covertly don't go down well for the poor species that's been invaded. Many nations have been overrun and disappearing to this day, and it could happen to the rest of mankind if we don't start waking up, folks. I've woken up all because of the following video. And as I was saying, folks, this is the video that I'm talking about. Was our dear little Miley Cyrus during an interview. Her eyes blinked. And when I say blinked, I'm not talking up and down. Watch the pupils. The pupils blink sideways. That's right, folks. You just saw it with your own eyes. And they are like this. And by the way, folks, they can hold what looks to be a human eye only for a short period of time, as you're seeing here. They can't hold it for too long. They've got to close it because it hurts them to open them, I'd say, because, like, I was talking to a security guard. I've known him for a while. I say hello to him all the time, but I've never actually got up close and personal. But something happened the other night, and I actually went over and said something to him. When I was talking to him, lo and behold, I saw the exact same thing, but his eyes were so bloodshot. I'd say they were bloodshot from having to stand there while everything was going on, and he's had to hold human eyes, and he's just given up. They were so red. And lo and behold, they just opened up the big cat eyes. And it's not just Europeans, folks. This guy was Pakistani. And they've infiltrated every country, folks. And I mean they've infiltrated every country. And we truly have a foothold situation, a very bad foothold situation. They've been here for so long that they can be your neighbour, folks. And I mean your neighbour. They could be your teacher. Trust me. I know that one. And I've been into real estate, so I've seen them in the real estate in the last 2 months, folks. 1 in every 10 to 16 people, on average, 1 to 10 to 16 people have these slit eyes or can blink their pupils and do this when you're talking to them. From now on, folks, don't actually look at the skies. Look at their eyes. This is what the Bible says. The eyes are the windows of the soul. And I think when the Bible was written back in the Middle Ages, right, it was a warning to us, because I think it started back then. And there are signs of UFOs. Yeah, all the way back, back to the 1900s, I'd say. And as you can see here, all the people that you're going to look at through this video, you'll find are either pilot. By the way, that is the only contact one that I'm going to show you for now. Oh yeah, by the way, our government here changed our Centrelink name to Human Services. Check out the eye. It's a reptilian eye. You can see that little slit coming down. That's what is his name? I can't bloody think. Jim Carrey. Yeah, slit eyes. They're all either actors, sportsmen, contact lens. You can see the eye underneath it. That's how you can tell a contact lens. And see, notice he's blinking the whole pupil. Vladimir Putin. These guys, this is why we've got all these G8s and G20s, folks, because they're all in bloody cahoots. We don't have all these governments anymore. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. They're doing it as a guise because currently there's still more of us than there are of them, and that's what they're worried about, folks. That's what they're worried about. That's why they've got all this gun control in America. This is why they're putting all the tanks, everything around America, because they know the Americans are finding out about exactly what this video's all about. And I mean, folks, they're finding about all about it. And look at it, George Bush, slit eyes. His whole family, by the way. The next one you're going to see, the next video that pops up and everything is actually going to be. I'm thinking this is so-calledly a birth defect, a contact lens, and you can notice even at this distance you can see the thing. Look at this. No, that's not a contact lens, folks. That is actually a real eye. You can see the cat eyes there, folks. You can see them. These are all images I found on the net. Now, I done a Google search, and when I did that Google search, all I got was sportsmen, politicians, or known people in the know, and that's the irony. Yeah, but the ironic thing is, folks, yeah, royals. Yeah, notice how I'd say he's seen his reflection in the camera and he's trying to wave off the thing because I'd say with age, he's lost the ability to hide his eyes from the public. And this is the thing, folks. Yeah, start watching the eyes. Don't bother with the skies, folks. They're already fucking here. All you're seeing is their traffic. Notice how there's always orbs leaving airports? Do you ever think that they're going into the airports and that's their craft? They're leaving from hangars rather than the thing. It just seems really obvious that the thing, and they don't worry about planes because their craft most probably would destroy a plane if the plane hit it. And yeah, so they don't give a shit. They just move around, and yeah, they fly along our areas. I'd say we've still got others visiting us, but yeah, we actually have definitely been taken over. I'd say, folks, and we no longer control our own planet. It's sort of yeah, it's been happening for a while. Back in the Middle Ages, when they translated the Bible, back before the popes were infiltrated, they were warning us, i.e., the Bible says the windows are the eyes to the soul. In other words, you look at the eyes for a reason, folks, because they're already here. The Bible tells of the New World Order that they were planning it. The Pope back then knew what was going on, and he warned us by making the Bible. Instead of just making the books of God, he made it and added a few things to it, giving us a few. So when you're talking to them, folks, I actually strongly recommend that you look at the eyes. Or don't take your eyes off. I look at everybody's eye to eye. And I think that's why our parents, when we were growing up, say always look somebody in the face and look at the eyes. I'd say our parents knew, but couldn't do anything about it. Or maybe it's time that we stood up and say, hey, look, what the fuck are you doing here? I'm sorry, everybody. I swore. I don't care. Because we currently are being run by aliens. Mankind is not running this world. This is why we've got all these G8s and G20 summits, and they're all in cahoots. The Illuminati is them, okay? They're the Illuminati. And one of my other videos, look at her tongue. Look at her bloody tongue. It's not all, that's Miley Cyrus. She's a reptilian. And they're not afraid to hide these tongues. Gene Simmons, reptilian. Taylor Swift. But she stuck her tongue out to be a dirty big long one as well. And yeah, you go right through and you see all these people. This is a girl that was defending her father. They've been between us and they're interfaced with us. Okay, they're living alongside of us as well. And this is how bad it has gotten because our grandparents and everybody just stood back and let them fly. This is why there's such a push for guns to be given up and everything like that, because they're afraid that mankind's going to turn around and think, oh, by the way, they're contacts, because you can see the eye underneath the contact lens. And it's not just about the thing. Look at the teeth. That's their teeth look a little bit funny. And I'm going to point something out when we get to a queen photo, because it happens with one of the bushes as well, because the queen uses fake teeth in the front to cover up her sharp fangs. The arithmetics, it's sort of yeah, I always wondered about that photos, but yeah, that one, Photoshop. Yeah, that's one of the few Photoshop images out there. This is actually someone's eye that was changing in between, and they took multiple photos. Again, a blue-eyed person with slit eyes, like Miley Cyrus, and they are slits. They're not normal eyes, folks. They're not contacts. Mark Zuckerberg, whatever his name is, the Facebook boy. Yeah, they can't hide it. They can't hold the human style pupil for long. Watch this. You watch this video. This is amazing. It's not just the thing. It's sort of that's what it ends up like, but it starts out like this. It's sort of this is the beginning of it, and you basically just look at his eye, and it actually changes in front of your eyes, and yeah, the cameraman. See, the cameramen are still human, right? Because we're their slaves. It's sort of fair enough. Yeah, they pay us because they don't want to have to go through the hassle of bloody handing out, dishing out food. They just make sure we've got enough money. They make us work for the money, and they just make sure everybody's fed. Yeah, fair enough there. But I feel like a bloody puppy dog half the time because you get bloody, it's being handed to you. It's not really earning it. I got an invention that should be on the market. I can't get it on the bloody market now. I know why. Like I only come across all this stuff about 2 weeks ago because I've never looked at anybody's eyes intensely before. Yeah, I look at the people and I've just never sort of taken too much notice. But it was when I saw that Miley Cyrus Blink video at the beginning of this film, that's when I sort of sat back because when I was watching that interview, yeah, like all men, I check out Miley Cyrus. She's got a nice ass and she shows it off, so I'm going to bloody look. That's how I come across the interview. And when I saw it, oh, mate, I thought, oh, here I am, not looking at it for a perv. But yeah, check the eyes out. They can't hold it for very long, folks. They are really here. Like in that saying, like, oh, I think, what was that movie? Poltergeist. They're here. I think that might have been a tip-off for us. All these movies, they live. It's a tip-off for us, telling us that they're here. The movie companies have been out there and sort of found all these things. And they're showing you everything. And as you can see, you saw a little bit there where I was actually doing my research. Madonna, everybody, all of the bloody things, they've all got these eyes. They're either sports stars, politicians, actors, or people in prominent positions, like owners of businesses, like real estates and everything. This is why it's harder for us, and this is why the prices have been sent through the roof, because they're not really buying the houses, they're just giving each other the houses, and they're forcing us to buy them and everything like that. But they're getting bloody houses because they don't have to pay for them because we work for them, remember? And that's the thing. You've got to turn around and you've got to say, hey, look, something is going on. What the hell is going on? Why are we going through this shit? Contact lenses, by the way. I thought they were real at first, and then I noticed the eyes behind them. Yeah, reptilian. And I think they are. Yes, they are reptilian because there's other things that are happening. I think it was Angela Jolie that side of her neck. Now, this young chick's going on about how long her tongue is. It's from a video, and I found a couple of still shots of it, so I'm putting them up on the web. And that's her tongue. And yeah, and she did actually have the eyes, but you can't sort of see it unless you actually play the video. Mark Zuckerberg as well. And these pics are everywhere. It's sort of this Sheila's teeth. Check them out. They're sort of. I think this is what the Queen's hiding. Every tooth is sharp. Have you ever noticed actors' teeth? They got like sharp. They got crowns on them. But have a look at an in-depth look at the crown on their teeth. They're sharp ripples like those teeth you can see there. And this is why they get crowns, because they've got sharp teeth. This is why this cameraman took great notice, because every tooth in that mouth is sharp. They're ripping teeth. They are meant to cut meat. And this is the thing. It's sort of like most of the ones I know, and yeah, I've actually met them face to face, and I can honestly say I could even tell you where 3 of them work. I won't do that on the video. I've put the news out to in the past, and the thing is, it's sort of, you've got to understand that these people exist. Anybody comes up to me and asks me where are they, I will tell them exactly where they are, and I'll point them out to them. I'll go up and say, check it out. I've 2 of them. I said, oh, what planet are you from? And they've just looked at me in shock, because they know that I knew. And these aren't of Earth. It's sort of, they've been coming here for some time, and they've been, I think, in the past, because man's violence, they weren't able to do anything. And I think this is what they're fearing now. But check this guy's head out. Notice the big, dirty, big lumps on the side of his head compared to that. I reckon they also sometimes replace us. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And yeah, get this. The whole time I've been making this video, actually, while I'm making this video, I'm actually currently not connected to the computer, because I reckon they got search words out there that recognise programs, and they got these programs, like links to these programs, and make sure that certain words come up, that they turn around and shut you down. And I tell you now, this program crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed and crashed. I wondered what would happen if I turned the computer off. Not a problem, folks. Not a problem. Here I am. I'm making the video, and yeah, I'm stopping every now and I'm refreshing and doing stuff. And that's the thing about it, folks. You've got to turn around and you've got to make stuff happen. But yeah, just you've got to turn around and you've got to do the right thing. I'm doing the right thing by letting you know. And you've got to start opening your eyes, folks, because I'll tell you now, if we don't open our eyes, we're gone. No other word for it. I'd say we're gone. This is the one. Then we were warned about it, and this is the thing. We still have a chance because we still outnumber them. I definitely know that we definitely still outnumber them, folks. And the only way to get them out and make them come out, and I reckon from now on, and the people out there need to push. And every time you talk to a politician, ask them what planet they're from, and be serious about it, because they shouldn't be running our governments. Because, like, why in the hell, this is our planet, not bloody theirs. This is our planet, and you've got to work that out, folks. And when you work that out, and only when you work that out, we can do something about these arseholes. Because the simple fact is, if we don't, it's our asses on the chopping block.